Well, good afternoon everyone. Welcome to another 0 to 60 Volvo edition, the second one. This one is a bit more of a sporty model. It's the V60 T5 Technic Ocean Race. Ocean Race edition.
Yes, it's quite a mouthful, but it is the limited edition Volvo Ocean Race, which it seems to be just a limited run that they ran for a little bit, but pretty cool. It's got a couple of badges on the outside, and it's embossed in these wickedly plush leather seats, which is kind of cool.
So, in the last Volvo video, we touched on the fact that in Australia a lot of people don't think of Volvos as a sporty vehicle, and it didn't really occur to me at the time, but you think back to their touring car dominance in the 90s in the
850 wagon.
Oh, they have got sporting heritage, it just doesn't seem to be shown in Australia. Actually, and I was thinking about that car cruise we went on, it was God knows how long ago, and there was that Volvo that raced the McLaren and the Porsche Turbo, and it smoked it off the line.
You sure that was a Volvo?
I'm pretty sure it was a Volvo. It said Volvo.
Looked like a Volvo.
Anyway,
it was quick.
So we're sort of looking forward to having a bit of fun in this one and putting it through its paces. In the passenger seat, it doesn't feel as smooth as the wagon from last week. What does it feel like to drive?
You're dead right. That XC90 was up there. Well, you compared it straight away to a Range Rover.
Yes.
Which you can't get much better than that for an SUV. This feels much more sportier, I guess. A lot of feedback through everything, through the steering. It's very direct. It's very heavy, which I like. I like feeling the front wheels and where they are on the road and exactly what they're doing. Yep. And also the suspension as well. It's firm. It's a bit rigid, but it's not uncomfortable. It seems to pull it off very well.
It is. It's good. Specification-wise, this one is the 4-cylinder turbo petrol motor. They're rated at 177 kilowatts and 320 newton-meters of torque from memory. I'm pretty confident that is correct. It is the automatic version. Well, it's classed as an automatic, but it feels more like a DSG.
It does.
It's not snappy to change, but you put it in gear and it just sits there until you accelerate, which makes me think it is a bit DSG-esque.
Yeah, maybe not like a current DSG, but like an SMG.
Something tricky going on in the gearbox.
Yeah.
Time-wise, they were rated at 7.7, 0 to 100.
That's pretty good.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon it's going to do? You gave it a bit of a stick before.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's a bit of a European thing. Mm-hmm. I first found it with the old Beamers that I fell in love with. Once you get up to like highway speed or autobahn speed, they seem to just everything works better. Even the small capacity like 5 Series, like a 520, which is an awfully slow vehicle off the line, get it up to 100 kilometers an hour, and you can just
comes in its own.
Everything becomes perfect. It's like it's built to travel at that speed. And this is sort of similar. It's you get up to highway speed, and all of it's almost like it becomes quieter. Like there's less road noise. I think it would benefit from a quarter mile rather than a 0 to 60. But still, it is what it is. So, although I don't think it's going to get the factory 7.7, it's going to be close. I reckon about an 8.
About an 8. All right. That's good going, especially for a car that's only a 4-cylinder. This isn't a small car, and it's got a lot of toys.
It is.
It's got electric everything. It's got a very good infotainment system, much better than the 2010 model XC90 that we were in. It feels a lot more modern. The seats, like
they
you
look
mentioned
awesome.
before, they are very, very plush. It feels like it should be in a Statesman or a 7 Series. But if you reckon it gets an 8, there's only one way to find out. Let's go and have a play. So, we've done them, and it wasn't too bad. It didn't quite get to the 7.7, but it did an 8.5, which is respectable. And just before everyone has a heart attack, which seems to happen on the videos, we don't thrash the cars. They're not our vehicles, so we're always a bit gentle with them. You could definitely stall it up a bit more and be a bit more harsh with everything. So 8.5 I'm quite impressed with.
Well, the main thing between what we're getting in the 0 to 100s and the factory claimed is that obviously it's a brand new car in
Brand new car, it won't have two people in it.
Yeah.
So it's done well, and I've got to say, it's weird how it accelerates. It doesn't push you back in the seat. It feels like it gets fast when you go over 100, like you said before.
Like I was saying, yeah, and I think that is the case. I reckon if we were in Germany and could jump onto the Autobahn and give it a test at higher speeds, I think it would be a completely different animal.
Very, very impressive Volvo. I want to get into a modern Polestar, like really badly. The more time, that XC90 Polestar edition was very impressive, very, very diesel. This thing gets up and boogies for what it is. Anyway.
Appreciate you watching, guys. As always, if you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you've got any comments or questions, shoot them in the comment down below.
Actually, I've got a question. Has anybody done any aftermarket tuning on the V60s, and do you know what sort of power they can get just with a flash tune? Not through Polestar, just aftermarket tuning. Because I reckon there's going to be a market for that in Europe, but it doesn't really happen here, and I'd like to see what people are getting out of them. It feels like it's got potential.
Oh, it definitely has potential, definitely.
Alright everyone, thanks again. Peace.
Catch ya.